This is the world's most boring motorhome, and in this video, it's going to become my home for the next 24 hours.
I've cocked up the parking. Have I got anybody waiting there for me?
This £65,000 home on wheels is 5.7 metres long, 2.2 metres wide, and inside has everything you could ever need. A shower room.
It's the simple pleasures in life, my friends.
A lounge that converts into a bedroom, a professionally equipped kitchen, and so much more.
Can you pass my towel, please?
It's time to now show you the outside and the inside of this vehicle in this absolutely glorious weather. There is a lot going on inside this tiny little box on wheels. It has everything you could ever desire. It sleeps 2 people, it sits 2 people. You've got an oven, a grill, a microwave, and everything that I'm about to show you. This is your typical motorhome that you would see at pretty much every campsite across the UK and also in most UK dealerships. It is a bog standard looking vehicle, a 3.5 ton, which means any idiots like myself can get behind the wheel and drive it.
Speed bump. Oh, Jesus Christ.
We've got storage for your LPG here. You've got a water fill up point. You've got a gas connection on the outside. So in summer, not on days like today, you can set up a nice barbecue and have a barbecue outside the bloody vehicle. Cheers! One thing I didn't think I'd be using today to protect me from the rain is the awning. Oh man, this rain is just grim, isn't it? Rain, rain, go away, come back another day. Good awning because it's bloody massive, and there are some poles on the inside here that attach to the ground so you can actually hold it up in place like so. I'll be honest, there's not a huge amount else to show you on the outside of this vehicle. We've got a bike rack, which has no bikes on. We've got a reverse camera, which obviously helps you reverse. And we've got a little unit here where you pull out your cassette toilet to empty that. I'm now gonna put this awning away because the wind is picking up and we're gonna jump inside and make ourselves a nice little warm cup of tea and put the heater on. I gotta say, cup of tea in hand, heater on, splendid, lovely, away from the rain. And now time to show you the inside of this vehicle. All of the kitchen facilities are all at the actual back of the motorhome, which is quite nice because, as always, you have separated designated areas of each part of the vehicle. Kitchen, living room, bathroom, etc. In the kitchen, we've got a 3-way fridge, which means you can run it off gas, you can run it off mains, and you can even run it off the leisure battery. We've got a sink here, which is a pop-up, pop-down with a glass little door on it. In this motorhome, we've actually got probably one of the biggest ovens that I think I've seen. It's a 4-hob gas stove. You've got a grill and an actual oven compartment. So it is a full-on kitchen setup in here. And then above here, next to the microwave, of course, you've got some more storage units. So one thing that I promised you guys for a long time, especially in the last video, is that I'm actually going to have a shower inside a motorhome. And you're probably saying, wow, it's not that special, but when you've never done it before, it's special. And today is going to be that day because we've got a full-on bathroom and also, by the looks of things, a drying room. Here you go, Ben. This one, I've got to say, is actually really cool. It's all cream inside here, but it's fairly, well, I was going to say spacious. No shower room is ever spacious in a vehicle of this size, but the fact that the vehicle isn't massive and you've got a toilet, cassette toilet, which actually flushes. We've got a sink, which looks very bougie and very fancy. Actually looks like a salad bowl. And then a nice mirror and a shower above here, which of course, tomorrow morning, hopefully, fingers crossed, for the first time, I'll actually be able to use. What I do like about this van, I must say, even though it doesn't look massive on the outside, it's relatively spacious in here. And the fact that 2 people can quite easily slide past each other is quite good. It makes the space feel 100 times bigger. Above here and all along the right hand side and the left hand side, you've of course got plenty of storage, which is always great, especially in a small vehicle. And again, one of my favorite features, we've got a massive skylight, probably one of the biggest that I've seen on any of the vehicles that I've done so far. Hopefully just opens up like so. Ooh, there's a lever you have to do. Ooh, up we go, Timmy. Oh, nice. That would be pretty cool if you were tall enough to look outside, but the fact that it's raining, I'll be putting that back down. But I do like that you get plenty of natural light inside this vehicle, which is lovely. But as you can see, the reason I've named this perhaps one of the most boring motorhomes ever is because the aesthetics in here. There's not a lot of character. It's quite bland, dull, and very modern. I personally really like the vehicles with a lot of personal touch and characteristics. However, if you like this style, absolutely, it's a cracking motorhome. I've left that tea bag in for far too long. Oh, anyway, the windows. The windows I seem to have a problem with in most vehicles. They're always some of my favourite features on the vehicles because I just love windows. But this one, oh, here we go again. Maybe you have to tighten these things up here. There we go. Okay. And now I can quite happily, with a window like that, there's no rain coming in because you're obviously protected with the window going up like that. And you can just appreciate the beautiful view of a council football estate. I know I called you boring, but I'm sorry. I've just absolutely clobbered my head on the edge of this bloody trim as I was about to show you that both the seats in the front swivel around. How you I'm sorry, you're not boring, you're lovely. Pull this lever, get your leg out the way, pull that back. That's one chair. Now you can also do that with the other one. Push driver's seat forward, lever comes round. There's a technique to everything in these smaller vehicles, and as you can see, this van not only seats 4 people, but if you had some guests around, you could quite happily use the passenger and the driver's seat, swivel them round how I've got them now, and you've just got a lot more sitting room for a nice little social vehicle. I'll now show you how the bed works, which I've got to be honest, isn't massively exciting compared to some of the vehicles that I've been in, where the bed is actually dropped down from here. It's your bog standard pull-out bed. So both of the beds, just pull out one half there, pull out the other half here, literally as simple as that, which is great because you can't really cock it up, he says. I've got about 6 inches at the other end for my feet, so this vehicle is actually plenty big enough, and you'd quite happily fit 2 people across here as well. As always, if you're on the shorter side of life, I was thinking you could sleep like that, but you definitely couldn't. I'm going to put this away, which hopefully should take about 10 seconds, and then show you the controls and the gadgets in here. Stop the timer. That has to be one of the quickest bed setups and pack downs ever. So with a vehicle that cost almost £65,000, you would expect there to be some sort of heating in here and a hot water system, which thankfully there is. And of course, I'll be playing with that tonight because we're now in November, it's cold, it's wet, it's miserable, and a heater and hot water is an absolute necessity and something that just makes being inside a vehicle so much more luxurious. If you want to check out all of the glorious motorhomes, camper vans and RVs out there, like this Elddis 115, then head over to Oak Tree Motorhomes. Well, it's the first time I've ever driven an Elddis, and I've got to say, it looks pretty cool, even though it is fairly bog standard in here. So I didn't think that today's drive would be particularly exciting because of the vehicle that we're in. However, there's a few rattles going on in the back, and Storm Kieran is well and truly here. So boring is something in my life that I typically like to stay away from. I like the different, I like the quirky, but boring also has its benefits. Reliability, stress-free, fuel efficient, you know what you're getting, and things don't typically tend to go wrong, apart from the bangs and wallops in the back of this vehicle. Speed bump.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh God, this is a bit tight. Sainsbury's, here we go. Oh my. Oh, why does the reverse camera not come on? Well, this is a beast. Whoa. I've cocked up the parking. Have I got anybody waiting there for me? Oh, it's funny. I didn't think this was a scary motorhome to drive. The back is actually a lot bigger than I expected, to be honest.
definitely not going to be parking in this straight, that's for sure. I'm successful, but I'm sticking out like a sore thumb.
Tonight's recipe and the meal that I'm actually going to be cooking inside this van comes from David Mathers, so thank you for the suggestion of this. It's great because it's going to fit the vibe and the aura of this van so perfectly because it's plain simple, quite tasteless, but I know it's a reliable dish and it's going to fill a hole. So we're actually cooking sausage and mash with some nice Bisto gravy, a nice little tomato soup in the microwave just to utilise all of the cooking facilities. No shopping experience in a motorhome like that is complete without a bloody shopping list. Let's go. First on the list, excuse me, tomato soup or sausages. Ah, the holy grail of sausages. Oh, we've got options here. Either a cheddar cheese mashed potato or some roasted garlic mashed potato. Should we get one of each? Why not? Potato, take that off. Apple pie. Oh, lovely. Reduced from £4 to £3.19. Oh, it's got to be, isn't it? Oh, Bisto. The stuff made of absolute gods. I love you, Ambrosia. The Cheerios aren't for dinner, I don't think, anyway. Not if everything goes to plan. However, we've got one potential problem right now. We needed a campsite to use the microwave to cook half of the ingredients for tonight's dinner. But we're now going to have to search to see if there's a campsite open at this time of year. Otherwise, of course, we're wild camping yet again. We have finally arrived at tonight's park up, which must be the only place in the UK that isn't currently flooded. I would love to tell you exactly where we are, but to be honest with you, we've arrived in the pitch black of night and I haven't got a bloody clue. All I know is we're about 5 miles away from the centre of Nottingham. We've got the Canal Heritage Centre just over there somewhere, and we've got some football pitches in front of me. It's not the most ideal park up because we've got no electric hookup, which means I can't use the microwave, which I'm absolutely devastated about. However, thankfully, we can cook tomato soup on the hob, sausages in the pan, and what else have we got?
Mashed potato.
Mashed potato will have to be cooked in the pan again. And we've also got an oven to cook up the apple pie. Tonight's culinary British cuisine, as you've seen, is a good old Heinz can of tomato soup. One thing I've not actually shown you guys is where we're actually going to be eating dinner. Yes, obviously there. However, the table is just in our cupboard from earlier. And believe it or not, I was actually quite surprised by this. It's actually a completely freestanding table. It doesn't attach onto the floor of the vehicle. It's not a lagoon leg. Literally just a normal 2-leg table. Bon appetit, a 3-course meal tonight. Even though it is probably the easiest 3-course meal I've ever cooked. Soup is done. We really should have got some nice olive bread, a nice bit of butter, a bit of cheese on top. Oh, it would be lovely. Next on the menu, only the best fake plastic sausages in the entire world. Processed meat to your heart content. 12 pork Richmond sausages. We're getting there. Sausages are done, peas are done. Just the mash to mix in, heat up, get the gravy on the go, and the banquet meal is almost ready. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We've left the knife in my van where Ben is going to be sleeping tonight, and because it's absolutely pouring down with rain, I can't be bothered to go and get it. So a spoon to chop up the sausages, to lather up the mash. Oh wow, Mum, I hope you're proud of my culinary skills this evening. Mayo gravy, sensational. Richmond sausages, here we go. Oh my. It is now a very late dessert, a 9:30 custard and apple pie, but a nice way to finish off a very pleasant experience, taking this thing out for the day, testing out what it's like to drive, and then tonight, of course, this is actually going to be my bed. The car park is dead. There is still nobody here. The rain has calmed down, the wind has stopped, so I'm thinking I should get a pretty good night's sleep in here. Look at that! Just a bunch of football fields. But at least it's blue skies and no rain. Not the nicest park up ever, but it doesn't really matter. I think I'm just grateful for once to actually have a good night's sleep in here. And you know what? I almost completely forgot. The best thing about this van is that I can now have a shower. Please be hot.
Oh my! Oh my! This is just... Ow, that's hot! Oh! Oh man! This was absolutely wonderful. There's actually plenty of space in here to move around. I can do a little twirl. The toilet is protected because of the shower curtain. Oh! It's the simple pleasures in life, my friends. Oh. My towel. I haven't got a towel. Oh, bollocks. Ben!
Yeah. Can you pass my towel, please? Thank you, sir.
Oh.
I tell you what, it makes a hell of a difference actually being able to see where you've parked up after arriving in the dark. We're about 4 or 5 miles out of the centre of Nottingham. Canals over there, not the most exciting park up I've ever been to. We've got dog walkers arriving left, right and centre, but somewhere I would definitely come back to. If any of you guys have actually got any of your own vehicles that you want me to come and check out, you think should be featured on the channel, whether you're a dealership, a self-converter like myself, make sure to head down to the link in the description to the Google form to get yourself involved. A big thank you to Rob and the guys at Oak Tree Motorhomes for lending me this Elddis Evolution 1115 motorhome. And now let's get on and rate the vehicle. So for the overall comfort of this vehicle, I think it's great because it's spacious, it's practical, it's easy to use. You've got a shower room, you've got your bed, your kitchen set up, absolutely everything is so simple and easy to set up. So I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5. So the kitchen facilities in this vehicle, as you've seen, are pretty good. The fact you've got a bloody microwave, you've got an oven and a hob, you've got a sink, a fridge. I know that's all bog standard stuff. And last night's meal wasn't the most challenging meal I've ever cooked, but it's functional and practical. However, if you were cooking a more complicated dinner, shall we say, you are going to struggle with work surface space. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 for that reason. Obviously, it's not quirky whatsoever. It is your classic British motorhome that you see across campsites, across dealerships, absolutely everywhere in the UK. So the overall quirkiness for this is going to be a bog standard 1 out of 5. So for the driving experience, as you would expect, the vehicle being a 2022 model, the fact that it's got not just 1 armrest, but 2, it's a pretty good driving experience. Don't get me wrong, it's not that exciting whatsoever. The thing literally drives itself, super light steering wheel. It's not stressful, apart from when things go flying left, right and centre in the back, but I'll give this one a 4 out of 5. So for the overall stealthiness of this vehicle, it's obviously a little bit like the quirkiness. It's not a stealthy vehicle whatsoever. As soon as people see this, they know exactly what's going on inside. Nothing dodgy, but the overall stealthiness gets a 1 out of 5. Let me know exactly how you would rate this vehicle yourself down in the comments. I'll see you next week.